Hello, Total Package family. We're back after 2 weeks. I hope you're all doing very wonderful. And today is a very special episode for our listeners and viewers. We have a special guest, Shannon, and she will be telling us about very intimate things because, you know, we're dainty ladies and we keep these things private.
Bullshit.
They say ladies sure.
Come on now.
Hey, there's got to be illusion in this. I thought fantasy role play is part of this game. Come on.
Yeah, we can go right in for it. We don't
each their own. Whatever you like. Whatever you like.
We're already getting started here.
What's that?
She said foreplay, so I was busting out. You don't got to ask me twice, guys. I'm pretty easy to get along with.
So for everyone who's listening and watching, so I'm going to have Shannon kind of take over and go over the spiel. Of course, we'll be popping in and out with our questions and whatnot from it. So if you're a listener, definitely listen. She'll describe as best as she can, but you may want to pop over if you hear something that you're interested in to their actual video, and that way you can kind of see it, and we'll give all her information at the end. Take it away, Shannon.
And all right, guys, before we get started too far, how long do I have?
10 o'clock.
10. Okay, no, we'll be way done before that. I got kids to go to bed. All right,
We'll just stay on and chat about everything if you have to leave early.
I mean, we've gone past 10, so it's...
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no, I am not a night owl. Yeah. All right, so let's get started then. My name is Shannon. I've now been doing pyromance for like 10 years. I just celebrated my 10-year anniversary on June 6th. So I have been literally selling vibrators and having orgasms for a living for 10 years now. You gotta admit though, I do have a really good freaking job because I'm telling you, like when your orgasms are tax deductible, it's a good gig. Like it's a really good gig. And I'm going to tell you, like research and development is truly like the best part of my job.
I have to stop you right there, Shannon. I have to ask, at the bottom of your tax returns when it says occupation, do you please tell me that you put orgasm professional?
I really wish I could. Although seriously, a lot of my clients would probably vote for that. I got about 6,000 clients over 7 different states at this point. So this is my contribution to the world. It's my job to give women more orgasms. So this is how I make all you bitches happy.
And her slogan's just do it.
Amen.
So we're going to go real quick through the bath and beauty products just so that we can get more into the fun stuff. We have to talk about that too because we need to feel sexy first. You got to feel sexy before you can actually be sexy, right? So you have to like love your skin and love the skin that you're in. So here at Pyromance, we're all about making women feel good from head to toe. The more you feel about yourself, the better off the sex is always going to be. So quick rundown on what we call a Fab 4, which is our shaving cream, which is called Coochie. Everybody loves it.
Of course it is.
Yeah, everybody loves the way my Coochie smells too, so I can never complain. So Coochie comes in 4 different scents, and I'll let you guys kind of look that up on the website because it's going to be like, it's not smell-o-vision, so it doesn't really work. So Coochie, number 1, that would be our rash-free shaving cream, and I'm actually going to try to not do this completely backwards for you guys.
No, that's great. You're right.
That one's perfect. And then the next one is called Body Dew. Body Dew is our dry oil. Now this one has got like a cool little deal with the summer, which is why I like it so much. It's why it's so popular. I mean, of course, everybody shaves all summer long, but Body Dew is our dry oil, but it's really good for tattoos. So if you have tattoo ink, this is going to hydrate from the inside out. Give you a fuller. Yeah. Oh, I thought you said Shan, and I'm like, wow.
I said Shan because she has tattoos, and her boyfriend JD actually is a tattoo artist.
Oh, yeah. Well, here's the thing. I have a couple of products that tattoo artists actually sell for me in their shops. So I will point those out to you. Body Dew is one of them because they have a lot of natural oils in there. So it's really good for brand new, fresh tattoos for hydration. There's no chemicals in these products. So that's the coolest part about it. But also this one here, the base is soy. We do that because soy is a natural mosquito repellent. So all summer long, I don't put bug spray on my kids. I have 4 kids in this house. I use Body Dew.
It's like I live in Florida. I live in Mosquito Central.
That's where I'm from.
Oh, I'm from Pennsylvania originally, but moved down here a while back.
See, vice versa. My mom was in Maryland. My dad is in Florida. So I spent half my childhood there, half of it there. And then I moved up here because my ex-husband's job brought us up here. But honestly, whatever. I lived in Tampa as a little guy. And then as an adult, it was Citrus Springs, Denellen, Citrus Springs. Yeah. Same thing.
I'm right outside of Tampa, basically.
Okay, great. So you know where I'm talking about.
Yes, I do.
Okay, the other two products we want to quickly run over is it's called Kiss. I don't ever have it with me because it's always in my refrigerator. But Kiss is our body spray. Now the body spray itself is really refreshing. So I tell people all the time to put it in their refrigerator so that way when they do get overly heated and just get hot, spray yourself down. It's
wonderful.
If you're having hot flashes, you don't know what you're missing. Like you need that in your life. True story. This one right now is my crazy go-to though. This one is our Nourishing Body Lotion. And the bottle's huge, by the way. Let's go backwards. Huge bottle. Now, the reason this one's so popular right now is because the number one ingredient, and that is not water like most lotions. It's actually aloe. So the aloe is going to be great if you have a sunburn. I also tell people to put that in the refrigerator too, especially if you're dealing with a sunburn. It's going to cool you down and hydrate your skin and get rid of all the redness. Kind of really cool. I love the things that you can use for more than one reason. If you're going to spend your money on something, it better be worth it.
So are you going to talk about my favorite product though?
Which one is that?
The one that I keep talking about with the spraying inside of everything, because that's what actually started the whole conversation, between the sheets.
No, I don't anymore because we now have something better for chafing. And it's like way better. So I know I'm like going to change everything on you guys. Like, sorry, there's a little surprise. But yeah, real quick, let's get to this one here because this one is basically everything we have for us girls. We have for our men too, except for this smells like hot man in a bottle. It's kind of a panty dropper scent. So you need this in your life. If you have a man in your life and you want him to smell like hot man in a bottle, I like to call it Thor, you know. When you sell vibrators for a living, you need the hammer. So I go to Thor. So like that's how I just imagine Thor would smell. What?
Mew mew. Well, that's the joke in the movie.
Mjolnir
is it? But he goes, oh, mew mew.
I don't care if he smells like this. I really don't care. I can put a pillow over anybody's head. If he smells like this, I'm good. This is the one product of everything we have I really wish you could smell because it is just, I'm telling you, hot man in a fucking bottle. Even though you buy it for him, it's very much for you because when your man smells like that, it's really a gift. Don't
I might have to get some of that.
No, scent is very important. It is. Yeah. Sometimes you'll catch a whiff of someone wearing something that's similar to someone else. Especially if they're wearing your past, and you're just like, wait, where's that person from? And you're just like, uh-oh.
When Nick wears like a certain cologne, I want to climb him like a tree.
Yes.
Yeah, there's this one guy at work. He's one of the new guys at the ER that I work at. He walks up next to me, one of the nurses, and I'm like, you've been here all day. What are you wearing?
Seriously, that's it though. Like, you know my guy, he's military, so I'm like,
yes.
He smells good.
Jason has to get his body
he literally leaves the body spray. He leaves it in his truck. That way, if he thinks he's stinky, he'll spray himself down before he comes in because he's been well trained. So you know how that goes. So let me show you these two because these two are not really. Those are the Fab Four. Like that's the things that girls always buy. These two though are really, really huge for our ladies right now. And I think with just the time of year, it's really important to show you these. So the first one is really important if you're going to be using, if you're getting a bathing suit or wearing lingerie or any of those things. We all have those spots on our body that we kind of want to tighten up. So this one here is called Body Boost, and it is our cellulite cream. Now Body Boost here. You get a full 6 ounces in your bottle. And this one, it'll pretty much tighten any skin it touches. I mean, My mom uses it on her face, her neck, the top of her hands. My sister uses it on her ass and her thighs. I happen to be a type 1 diabetic, so I wear my sensors and all my insulin goes in my belly. So I use it on my stomach to keep the scar tissue down. But if you have what I like to call mashed potato skin, you need this. This one this one right here.
An industrial pump.
No, girlfriend, but you can roll around in this shit all day long. I don't care what you do.
Like head to toe, I could use that.
Yeah, it'll tighten anything. It'll tighten any skin it touches except for the vagina. That's not going to quite work that way, but that's a whole different product. Just so you know, like we can tighten that. It's just not the same goodie. That's called like a virgin.
Right there.
Oh yeah, this one right here. All the girls are like right there. I even had a lady that put it just on the top of her boobs just to give her a tiny little whoop. I was like, mind blown.
Did they actually like wake up and like?
No, I mean you got to use it for a couple of consecutively to truly see like your results. But 3 weeks or so, you'll see your full max benefit. So it's really one of those products that if you need to tighten things up just for a little bit, you absolutely can with that one.
You're going to give us a link to your store, right?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, we'll post it up at the end.
Yeah, make yourself a list if you're watching. Oh, if you're here, like on this call, and I can see your face, you can message me directly. Do it, right? Message me directly, and I can even set up payment plans.
Oh, okay.
We have payment plans for your vibrators. Yes, we do.
What was that product that you just showed us? The
Body Boost.
Body Boost Cellulite Cream. We're using all natural oils, and we're using natural oils to soften the skin, but also caffeine to tighten it as we soften it. So we're going to smooth the skin and tighten the skin all at the same time.
Okay, so Shannon, I know the guys are going to ask, does it tighten their dick?
I mean, I don't know why
they want. They don't want it tightened.
Yeah, I don't know why they'd want it to. So
yeah, like shrink the skin on it. Ooh, that sounds like
that might be uncomfortable.
Painful.
They're going to ask.
I mean, but it'll shrink other things for them. I mean, I don't know that they would want to know their penis, but hey, do what you're thinking.
If they have more potatoes than meat.
Some guys like torture, so hey, you do your. I mean, I've been quite a few guys like that.
Do your balls hang low? Do they wobble to it?
It's fucking crazy. I know, but seriously, this one. I am totally not offended by the word moist. I say it all the time.
My jam.
Yeah, but that's different. That's different.
Poor Russ.
Yeah, like we
hates the word moist, so we always make sure we put it into every chat. Oh
my goodness. No, yeah, you definitely don't want dry. Dry is bad, guys. Right? Your ceiling definitely. Your ceiling fan is not your friend. We're gonna get there. All right, so
I think I activated it. Oh,
so one more. You're gonna get a pull that back
on. I did. There we go.
That's actually gonna be very relevant here shortly.
I'm just gonna have to randomly put it up.
Oh, wait a minute. We have products that'll go well with that one, so I'll let you get that one back out. But yeah, let me show you this one. This one's a new product for us. This one here is called Chafe Escape. It's been out since last summer, but you have got to see this product because this product is like really cool. So the first thing you need to know is that a little bit goes a long way. So what I have on my finger, I'm only doing it for video, is way too much. Like this is enough for like 3 people. So what this is Chafe Escape comes out like a lotion, and then it goes on the skin and dries like a powder. And when it's dry, it is going to leave you with literally a chafe-free skin. So, exactly.
And Thunderside will be protected.
So now the reason we're so popular on this product is because we are 100% talc-free, which means you can put this below the belt. So for all the men watching that have what we call swamp ass,
most men.
Yes. Men. Yeah, it's like 98% of our men are walking around with like chafing in their butt.
I literally had this conversation earlier with Gore. He was talking about his balls sticky, or just balls sticky, like you roll out balls, they don't stick to your leg. They stick everywhere. That was the joke of it. So, put it on there, maybe they won't stick anymore.
Oh, yeah. When they're doing the Elvis, you know that their shit's sticking to the side of their leg. They do the Elvis.
Or Chan, you said that the pull, like the tug, the
Oh,
The
yeah.
tug. Oh yeah.
So there's a lot of different ways you can use this product. So a lot of ladies are wearing it between their legs, but you can use it pretty much anywhere that you're chafing. I have used it on the back of my neck for a cute halter top. I have used it underneath my arms because I had on a dress that had like sequins on it. It was ripping me apart. I used it there. I used it on my sandals when I was at the beach because it was rubbing my pinky toe. Shit worked. I was like, fuck yeah. And then
Wow. My
the other
sandals try to
thing
eat
about
my
this-
toe.
what?
My sandals try to eat my toe.
Yeah. So chafe xscape it. I'm telling you, anywhere that rubs, chafe xscape. So like my number one way to use it is obviously between my legs, but it's also great up underneath the girls because this one is semi-waterproof.
Oh.
So you can use your between the sheets still to absorb the moisture, but this is what's going to completely stop all the red and chafing underneath. So like, yeah.
Hello. Okay.
Oh, hot damn.
A little tiny bit goes a very long way.
Florida, boob sweat. Bad
Yeah.
combo.
Northern Virginia humidity.
Humidities, yeah.
Humidities.
Humidities.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I call that Mountain Dew.
Well, it's the river and the canyon.
Yeah,
if,
yeah.
if you have small tits, it's called Diet Mountain Dew.
There he goes.
Oh my God. Ross is actually going. Oh my God.
Who is that? I missed it.
Jason.
It was because
my
you
husband.
said
No,
humidities and Mountain Dew,
Yeah.
and that he
He did
lost
it. That did it, man.
That was Ross. That was Anna's husband.
Oh, was it Anna?
He
He's
ain't
our
heard
official
nothing
laugh
yet.
track.
He ain't heard shit yet. All right, so let's talk about massage. I was going to say, he's already giggling, man. He don't know what he's in for.
Well, just as long as you don't say moist too much, he'll be giggling. That's it. That's the one. That's the one.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, so this little guy here is something that every woman on the planet should have at least one of. This here is called the heart massager from Pure Romance. And inside, you're going to see a little metal chip that kind of floats around. If you grab a hold of that and you flex it, what it does is it starts a chemical reaction on the inside. And this is using vinegar to instantly warm up to 120 degrees of wet heat. That's the best part about it, is that it's considered a wet heat. So it's made for massages, but let me tell you, like, that's not what we're going to use it for. But I like it for cramps and headaches and anything that freaking hurts. You have portable heat right here. So if he can literally wax his car or wash his car, he can rub you.
No, those things are amazing. I have something of that nature, and
These are
you have to you put it in water again, like hot water. You boil it, and then you have to make sure everything is gone before you can then reuse it. Oh, well, you can reuse it then at that point too.
Yes, you can. I pull it right out of the freaking pot and use it all the time because it's really hot then. But ideally, what I like to do is just kind of have them handy if you're in pain, if you have your menstrual cycle. It's ideal. But even if your guy is tight, there's nothing saying that you just can't give him a little rub down too.
Yep.
It kind of goes both planets.
Great for back pain.
I'm going to make every man love me for 2 seconds. Ready? Because this is men are the easiest things on the planet to keep happy. Here's what I have learned over 10 years of doing this kind of thing. Men, empty balls, full belly, a beer every once in a while. They're good. We're the hard ones. I am not even joking. We're the difficult ones. Men are the easiest things to deal with.
So you were saying about you have one of those. I tried the one time she was at my house. I tried one of hers compared to the expensive ones. Those are hotter and they stay hotter longer.
Yeah, for $18 whopping dollars, you get your money's worth. Definitely. I love them. Even my kids will use these things. But honestly, I only showed you that because I want to show you this. You kind of need this to go along with this. And this is one of my personal favorite products in the entire catalog. So there is always a method to my madness. This little fucker right here is like every couple needs this. It's called Burning Desire. Burning Desire is actually a candle. You're going to light your candle, and in about 2 minutes, you're going to have a little puddle in there. So for the puddle is not candle wax. It is a soy-based massage oil. You get to pour that right on to one another. Now, it's not going to come out of here and burn you. It's literally going to be about 105 degrees, which This is 120. So, you know, guys can be a little, you know, bitchy sometimes. So just strap them down and pour it on them anyway. Big forgiveness later. It won't matter.
Yeah, it's a low burning point, right? That's the reason why it's so, it doesn't take so much for it to get to that puddle versus if, because everyone sees candle wax and stuff like that. It's like, no, you do not want to put that on here. It's a high burning point for that.
Right.
With this being a base of soy, it's going to be a little thinner than your candle wax anyway. So this one is going to go onto the skin and actually absorb into the skin, hydrating and giving you that breakdown of those sore muscles. So this one also smells nice and powdery. So it's not a masculine scent. It's not a feminine scent. It's right smack in the middle. So everybody can be pretty happy with it. But you literally can write on this. It comes with a piece of chalk so that you can put little love notes on there. Now, if you're cute and you still like your man, then you can be all cutesy with it. But if you're like married for 10 years, just write, dude, wash your dick and come find me.
Not just the dick, you got to get the balls too.
Yeah.
That shit stinks.
Now, what do you write? Because actually, here's a fun little factoid. This Sunday will be my 17th wedding anniversary.
Nice.
Oh, congratulations.
Oh, happy anniversary.
Happy
Yeah.
anniversary.
Now, what should I write on the candle for that?
Make those balls glisten.
Find me a third.
No.
I would write on my candle.
Ouch.
I'm not the same type of girl. Maybe I don't. I'm very open-minded in this relationship. So for 17 years, though, I mean, you gotta find something cute and personal to put on there. I must feel like
I've kept you around this long.
I kept you around this long.
here. I guess we can give you a blowjob. You know,
You'd always throw
for that.
You could always
We
throw
do
the
have
whole
stuff
like
for that.
tip me over like you tipped your chair, you know. That kind of-
Oh shit! Yes, cat. Yeah.
I mean, I kind of feel like after 17 years, you all should be busting each other's balls at least a little bit. You know what I mean?
Oh, we've been doing that for 17 years.
Right. It's kind of that's the fun of being together for so long.
Oh my God! Tip me over like a tip. I should.
You should say that.
I'll
You
say
should
that
write
is
that in a
hard.
card.
I didn't feel like it is hard.
All right, well, since we're on the topic of blowjobs, let's keep rolling with that, okay? First thing we're going to talk about real quick is called Great Head. This stuff is super easy, very simple. This is like liquid candy. You're going to put it on your fingers. You're going to lick it right off. Do 3 hard swallows. It's going to set this product for 30 minutes. No gag reflex. Now, how much you need is going to definitely depend on how bad your gag reflex is. I have very little gag reflex, so sometimes I'll just use a little bit just to make myself more comfortable. Where my sister, oh my God, the poor thing, she gags from brushing her teeth. So I'm like, drink a bottle. But no, a quarter size amount versus my pea size amount. So it's personal preference there. But basically, if you want to let him control your face, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You can totally let him do that with this. You won't gag. Way more.
So wait, it makes it like numb?
No,
Yeah,
no,
Or what was it?
Well, it's
No.
like
It puts a coating on the back of your throat. That's what the 3 hard swallows do. It actually coats the back of your throat with a product so that it doesn't set you off.
so.
It's pretty cool.
Shannon, here's a funny story for you. I didn't realize, and I put too much on, and I put it on him. And let me tell you, I had trouble for a bit.
Yeah, you probably couldn't feel it. Like, there's probably like no feeling at all back there because there was so much coating at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait. So describe this. What is? So I know it like clearly is to block gag reflex, but what is the feeling like?
Nothing. You literally you won't feel anything because it literally puts a full coating just on that spot to where like when it hits you, you would gag. You won't feel that gag reflex. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like liquid candy.
Interesting.
And it's sweet. It actually tastes like candy.
This one, the lemonade, which is my favorite, they don't have it in the catalog anymore. The lemonade tastes just like a lemon drop shot. You would have to come to me directly to get that flavor. But right now they have it in the catalog, pink strawberry. It's actually really good. It's like liquid candy. But despite, I mean, that one's just, this is one of those things that everybody looks for. I don't give a shit whether you need that or not. That's up to you. But if you're going to suck some guy's dick, you need these. Like, hands down, this is the product you're going to want. I'm trying to get it straight for you guys since I'm going backwards. It's quite I need to be stoned for this shit. Hold on.
Yeah, you do.
There you go.
That's the thing.
I'm a little backwards. So this stuff right here, what this does is it literally cuts your suck time in half. You don't understand. Like, I have
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I have every flavor they have ever brought out in this product. And this one here is called Sensations. So Sensations, what it does is you're going to take one pump, you're going to put it on his penis, and you're pretty much going to rub it in just a little bit. Before you go to work, you're going to give him a nice hot breath of air. And what that does is it warms up the entire shaft of the penis, bringing all the blood to the surface, giving you a fuller, faster erection so you can get in there on your goddamn diamonds and get the fuck out. And I'm going to tell you, there is a reason that penis flavored is not in my catalog. Like, I don't care how it is, it does not taste good. So it's like, women taste better than men do, just saying. But this one here, we have,
that face.
Oh, well, I'm just being honest.
Stan made a face.
So these flavors here, I suggest you buy them both, honestly, because we have cotton candy and then we have pineapple paradise. All right. So individually, they're really yummy. But if you suck a dick with cotton candy 6 times in 1 week, you're going to not want any more cotton candy. And of course, he's going to want
in a week. I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a lucky guy. That's a lucky guy.
Blowjobs make the world go round, okay?
They
Like,
do.
this
You're
is how
right.
we rule the freaking world. Who runs the world? Girls. And how do we do it? Blowjobs. All right, so seriously.
Well, titties and blowjobs. It's titties and blowjobs.
Yep.
Titties and blowjobs. Okay, true thing there. So basically, if you buy both flavors, they're really good individually, but when you mix these motherfuckers together, you have sangria on a dick. Who's not going to suck it if it tastes like wine?
Oh, Kate just perked up. Kate went,
They're just like, hey, now we're good. No, seriously. So you take the cotton candy and you take the pineapple and you mix them together. Tastes like sangria. Yum. And I can always tell who my pothead clients are because they're always like, They really do. There's no chemical flavor to them, which is why they're so popular.
I do agree. There is no chemical flavor.
No, there's no funky after flavor. There's no nothing. I mean, and I'd rather have a mouthful of cotton candy. Just saying. Like, hey, you got to
Amen, sister.
All right, so let's talk about some lubrications. I have a lot of lubricants that we want to go over, and that was 2 of them right there, like 2 different flavors, same thing. But I want to show you some of the other lubricants that we have that are really impressive. So one in particular, I'm going to show you, we have like so many different options for lubricants because women's bodies are also different. Let's start off with this one. So this one here is my favorite. Can you tell it matches my background? This one here is called Euphoria Water-Based Lubricant. And this product is actually safe enough to give to cancer patients. So this one is a water-based, all-natural, FDA-approved, condom-friendly re-wetting lubricant. That's a lot. That's a mouthful.
That's saying a lot. That's saying a lot all in one.
It is.
Yeah.
And that's why it's one of the top ones I recommend, because you can use this for so much more than just intercourse. So if you feel like you have vaginal dryness going on, put this wherever you feel like you need it, as often as you feel like you need to put it there. It's going to keep you nice and hydrated and not have to worry about any of that itchiness. It's also pH balancing. So if you feel like you have an infection coming on, whether it be a yeast infection or a bladder infection or a kidney infection, they all will throw off your pH balance.
For all you chronic masturbators out there.
Could be anything. If you're a type 1 diabetic like me, if your blood sugar goes too high, it's like an instant yeast infection. It sucks. Some girls are just prone to it. So like you can put this in place and it'll regulate that pH balance. Or
nice.
if you're sitting on the toilet and I mean, I know you're going to think I'm crazy because we've all done this. But if you're sitting on the toilet and you're like, fuck, that's me.
Yeah.
I swear to God, we have all sat on our fucking toilet at work and smelled that shit. Like, and you're like, God damn it. Right? Put this in place.
Or you smell your pants that you were wearing, you're like, ooh.
Like, holy shit. What?
Yep.
Right now. It's pretty rough down there. So basically, if you get that odor, that's your pH balance being off just a smidge, kind of giving you a warning. Put this in place, it'll regulate that. Which is pretty fucking cool. But you can also use this in a fun way, which is probably like my number one reason of selling the living shit out of this product. So if you know you're getting laid, let's just say it's Wednesday, because Wednesdays are hump day. Yeah, right?
Wednesday obligation.
So if you know that evening you guys are going to have time to be alone, what I want you to do is I want you to put this in first thing in the morning when you're getting up and you're starting your work day. You know what I mean? Like you're getting up and you're getting ready. So take a shower, put this in place while you're in the shower. Maybe you take a shower at night, put it in place first thing when you get up in the morning. What's going to happen? It's going to dry like silk. You're not even going to know it's there. It's going to keep your pH balance nice and clean all day. It's going to keep your scent nice and fresh all day. But as long as it's within the same 24 hours of you putting it in place, when that moment starts to happen, that product is going to wake up and be there when you are ready for it. It instantly, you produce a tiny bit of secretion and boom, it's wet. It's ready to roll. And then he thinks you're that wet for him.
Wow.
But here's the thing though, seriously. I mean, here's why we do this. Do you have any idea what happens to his penis when he thinks he did that to you?
Oh yeah.
It gets just a tiny bit bigger. Yeah. You're welcome. Seriously. Like it's men are so motivated by how they are in the bedroom, their performance in the bedroom.
Facts.
True. They're motivated by everything in the bedroom.
True.
Sure. Yeah, that's true.
We have the same exact product in a different formula. Now we did this because we wanted to help more women. And what I'm going to tell you and what I'm supposed to tell you are two different things because I'm only going off of what my clients have actually told me themselves. But this bottle and this bottle are very, very similar. The only difference between the two bottles is that this one has CBD oil in it. So
Wait, what?
Now, why would CBD be helpful for that?
CBD, putting that against any muscle, is going to relax the muscles. So if you have any kind of vaginal discomfort, it would actually relax those muscles as well. So we're selling this to girls who have endometriosis, girls who get severe cramping during their menstrual cycle, girls who have any kind of tightening after intercourse, or girls who have any kind of vaginal discomfort because of severe vaginal dryness. You can use it for all of those reasons. But if you get endometriosis or the really bad cramps, you're going to be so thankful for that product. It's a $10 difference. That's it. For 90 milligrams of oil, $10 difference. I was really impressed.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
No, not at all. Those are both water-based, which basically means the everyday healthy lubricants. If you are going to have anal play or play after menopause, then you're going to want something a little bit different. You're going to need a silicone. This is where sex comes down to science, and it's all about molecules. The molecules of the silicone, they're a lot tighter, so they don't break down and dissipate into your skin as fast. So therefore, they stick around, giving you a nice thick barrier of protection between any kind of friction and the vaginal tissue. So for us, that would be called Pure Pleasure. Pure Pleasure is a nice, soft and gentle silicone that you can even use with silicone toys. And this one is going to be pH balancing as well. So you are good to go with a nice thick silicone. This one is like slick as, oh my goodness, just slick. That's the whole point of that one. Is just, whoops, slip and slide. It's fun. Okay.
Don't want to lose anything anally. That's a hefty ER bill. That's for sure.
Oh, wow. Let me tell you the thing. Oh, I'm sorry. I slipped and I've got a mason jar stuck up my ass.
It's a black hole, isn't it? Right? Like,
yes, it like eats everything.
Well,
it's down wrong, and there goes the remote. You know.
But that's why all of anal play things have a base. There is nothing that we would ever suggest that you put in your ass that doesn't have a base.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Because it's a muscle and it just grabs and
right.
I think people get confused because things do normally come out of it.
Well, I mean, they really shouldn't be confused if they're shoving mason jars in their ass.
As Kate picks up a mason jar and drinks from it.
Yeah, well, but I know not to put that anywhere else.
I was gonna say my bottle's a little large. I don't know if I can handle that.
I told you guys the Ben Gay story, right? Or the Icy Hot
Yes.
story?
Do I
Yes.
want to know?
Yes.
Yes,
you do.
yes.
So I work in veterinary medicine, but I'm from a family of human RNs. And I grew up listening to all these stories, and they all had to do ER rotations. And my one aunt told me the story about this couple who comes screaming into the ER, and they're both hollering, screaming. They're both clutching themselves, and they're screaming. Well, apparently they ran out of lube. Apparently he didn't try to create natural lube. He grabbed the Icy Hot. Yeah.
You would have been better off getting the kitchen spray.
Yeah.
Sam.
Get some vegetable oil,
Yeah.
something, anything.
You would have been.
Anything else.
Coconut oil is actually not a bad option. You would have been better off. You would have been better off going to the kitchen.
Mhm.
Yeah. Instead, he
Not
went to
bathroom.
the bathroom and grabbed the Icy Hot. And apparently, they were able to clean him off pretty good. Her, it was harder because,
Of course, of course.
What are
Yeah.
you gonna do? Shove a hose up there? What the fuck are you gonna do?
pretty
Right.
much they had to just that's what they had to do was
Sure.
rinse her out.
Lavage it. Mhm.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Yeah, just sedate me and flush me. It's cool.
Yeah.
I'm all right with that. I'm all right.
Apparently, she never stopped screaming, from what my aunt told me.
I
But,
wouldn't have. I would
yeah.
not have.
I would have beat his ass if he had done something. Seriously.
You might like it.
I want to say that
I'm not into
story-
pain, thanks.
I am, but even so, that job gives that whole story gives me job security.
Yeah,
Seriously.
exactly.
I've been 10 years in business, man. I have never had a client on an episode of Sex Sent Me to the ER, and I want to keep it that way.
I love that show, though. It's so much fun.
Oh my! I don't know how y'all do it.
I don't either. I couldn't. There's no way.
I
Right,
love
girls, we
the
have
ER.
a few pieces of lingerie. I can't talk about all the lingerie that we offer just because there's a lot of pieces in there, but definitely go to the website, check out the options. I have a couple of favorites. I'm going to show you two of my favorites right now. My third favorite it's kind of in my closet right now. It's called Dark Temptation. It's really gorgeous. But this one, I love this piece. This piece is called Woke Up Like This. You have the bottoms, which are little booty shorts, which if you don't have much of an ass, these make everybody's ass look nice, which thank you. Even though I still have no ass at all.
Mine
bad.
melted with the weight loss.
Oh yeah, that's my first
Yeah,
of
those
those.
are roast.
And then I love the
Ooh,
top here. It's
pretty.
a bralette
That
style.
is really pretty.
It's gorgeous. And here's what I love about this piece is that this is the super soft lace that's super stretchy. So it's not
nice.
going to pull on you. It's not going to be uncomfortable. It's going to lay with your curves.
It's not going to cut into uncomfortable places.
Not going to be scratchy.
I know. It's super soft lace. And that's one of the things I do like about us. There's a couple pieces that I don't care for in our catalog, unfortunately. I think it's just the way that I'm built. But I kind of steer you away from the things that I don't like because there's a reason I don't like them. But this piece I'm going to show you next, I'm going to tell you right now, if you do not need an underwire, this is the most comfortable piece of lingerie you will ever have on your body. Just because of the way it feels against the skin is it's incredible. I love this piece. So if you are curvy or if you are more petite, this one's going to be right up your alley. It kind of fits everyone really nicely. And it's really pretty. So this one here is called Peep Show. And basically you have a nice baby doll style here. This one is a little bit larger. This one's a 3X. So you have a razor back here. So you have the razor back for comfort. And then I wish you could feel how silky and soft and cooling this is to the touch. I think it's the cooling part that teases me the most because I'm always so hot. But yeah, it's so comfortable. And I love how the part right underneath the breast is going to bring you right to your rib cage where you're the smallest. So it's going to bring the eye in and give you this nice little hourglass shape. I just love the way this thing feels on your body, though. It feels sexy. That's the thing. When you first shave your legs and everything's super, super soft and silky, and then you get something like this that just drapes against the skin, it just feels good. That's what we want. That's what we want you to feel. We want you to feel that sexiness. We want you to feel that nice soft thing to the skin to the touch. So love those two pieces. And then I don't have a Dark Temptation with me because I just sold the crap out of them. But Dark Temptation, look that one up because I'm telling you, if you're curvy and you need a good underwire, that one is badass. Just badass. It's going to suck you in without making you feel like a piece of sausage.
Are you looking it up, Kat?
Yes, I am.
I want to know what it looks like. Can you show it on screen?
Yeah, can you share it on screen?
I'll pull
If
up
I
my.
can find it. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. I can probably beat you to it because I've got a catalog right here. But I just don't know if I'm going to be able to get it close enough. Oh, yeah.
Which one?
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
that's
Ooh,
pretty.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's freaking sexy. So, I mean, and I'm going to tell you, once again, if you're curvy, that is the sexy piece. And I love the cat eye.
Yeah.
That
I
piece
love
is fun.
Mhm.
It's just straight up fun.
Mm.
Love that. Okay. While you got me up here, let me show you about these. I got 3 Tinkles. I'm just going to show you quickly what they are, and then you can pull me back down and we'll explain them. Just because this one here is O. This one here is the best. That y'all need this one. This is the shit. Yeah, I don't think anybody knows about this. This is pretty new. And then my fave, I love this flavor. This is Bosom Buddy. So we'll explain them to you. I just wanted to show them to you real quick. Perfect, thanks. A little easier. So let's start at the top. Bosom Buddy. This is a chapstick dial-up, easy peasy to use on the lips or the nips. It's lips, nips, but not below the hips. Don't fuck it up or you won't like me. Yeah, you know that conversation we just had about the
Yeah.
Don't put this one below the lips or below the belt. It's meant for the lips and the nips. That's it. Now this goes on the lips and nips. The skin there is exactly the same. You only have that kind of skin on 3 parts of your body. Here, and your asshole. So like people don't quite now y'all are thinking about that, aren't you? Like it's like you're saying. Now y'all are thinking. So this one, what it does a couple things. Number one, it's got vitamin E and vitamin B, which is really, really good for that type of skin.
What?
Yeah, that was
What did he say?
All I heard was something about kick my ass.
Kiss my ass.
Kiss my ass.
I was going to say, I mean, if you're licking an asshole with this on, it probably won't be very fun. Just saying. There's other things for that one. But the whole point of this is if you put it on your nipples, it makes not only makes them tingly, but it makes them taste good. If you make your nipples taste good, he might realize you have 2. I am not the only female on the planet where you literally have to pick up your right tit and shove it in his face, where you're like, face, tit, hi. You know, it's...
I mean, I get equal attention on both of them. So
all I
don't
have
have
to
that
do is
problem.
show them. He's just like, okay.
What do you mean you don't have that problem? We're gonna have to have a talk with JD.
What do you mean?
You don't have that problem? Oh, he
they
likes
equal
both of
attention.
them.
Both are attention.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now
yeah,
Eric favors the right rather than the left.
Okay.
Most men have a favorite tit. I'm just saying.
Nick's
I'll have to ask and find out. This will be a conversation for next. I'm
There
just
you go. Look, I'm already making your conversation and your relationship better, and you barely know me. It's magical. That's what it is. No, seriously. Here's what I did the other day. Because first off, these make you tingle on the nipple, which is going to help nipple orgasms, stimulation, arousal, the whole 9 yards, right? So I love the different flavors. We have vanilla cupcake, pina colada, orange dream pop, and
Which
then
is
the
awesome.
new one is sweet melon. It is straight up honeydew. It is good. So what I did is I love the orange and I love the honeydew. So I put orange on one nipple and the honeydew on the other one, and he was licking and playing. And he's like, "Why does that one taste different?" I was like, "Fruit salad, baby."
Oh shit!
I can't make this shit up. You know that this is a real life story. Yeah, it's just funny sometimes the things that pure romance consultants get to do in life.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I love it.
Your husband must be so happy because you had to, it's for work. You had to product test. You had to make sure.
That's just it. I have to know how all of these products feel, even though I don't tell many personal stories. It's always a friend. But there you go. But honestly, we need to know what these things taste, smell, feel like, just so that we can
give description.
We can. These two, I'm going to tell you, if you have to pick one or the other, it's a hard choice, okay? This one here called O, this is your all-natural tingle. We're using triplex tingle of oils. This goes right on the clitoris, and I'm telling you right now, it's gonna make you focus, okay? So
it lights you up. It lights you up.
You're thinking
a friend had told me that it lights you up quite a bit.
Nice try, Casper.
This one in particular, it's going to help you not only become aroused, but it's going to force you to focus. I don't really care. You can have Thor between your legs, and he can be doing his thing. But I'm telling you right now, if a spider drops from the ceiling on your forehead, you are going to have to look at that god of a man and be like, hey, you're good looking and all, but if you don't kill that spider, we ain't going nowhere. Your brain is your number one sound. Yeah. Right. So that's exactly what this little bottle is for. It forces you to focus. You can't start it off like a light switch. That's why we need 20 minutes on average of foreplay. The average woman needs 20 minutes before they're ready for penetration. And this is going to speed up that whole process and kind of make things fun. Now, if you want a peppermint patty feel on the back door, you can do that back there. Just saying, a little bit can go back there. But you can also put this on your guy. This is the only one that's approved for a man. If he wants a little tingle, that's a lot of fun.
Oh, wow.
Now, does it have a taste effect to it or something? Because you're putting it in, getting ready or whatnot. But what about that?
Flavored, but honestly, it's not going to linger enough. Once it absorbs in, you're not going to taste much. Because you're only using a pea size. I mean, don't confuse this with a lubricant. Okay. This bottle is teeny freaking tiny for a reason. When I say don't confuse it as a lubricant, that also means don't let your man control the bottle.
Right.
Call it what it is. Always overuse. Nothing against men. We need them in our lives, but at the same time, they always overestimate what we need, especially with Pure Romance products. A little goes such a long way with everything. So, but I'm going to tell you, I don't give a shit about those other two. I mean, I love my Bosom Buddy because I'm addicted to it, and I love O because of just the little extra level of tingle. But this bad boy, there's not a girl on the planet that doesn't need this bottle. So there's a reason why this product is called GPS. This product is called GPS, and it's meant to go on your G-spot. And I'm going to tell you right now, it is about fucking time somebody made some of these men a map. And that's great. And then some of them have no fucking clue. And I'm just like, oh, God. So basically, as long as you get this product, first it's a pump. You're just going to 2 pumps right up against the G-spot. As long as you get this one in a 2-block radius of your G-spot, it's going to light that motherfucker up like a goddamn Christmas tree.
Is there something then you recommend that we as women first do rather than them trying to do? Put it in us? Like, I don't know how to say it properly.
So, I mean, you can do this yourself, or you can let him put it in. It really is up to you, as long as it gets there. I don't give a fuck how you get it in there. Just get it in there. Because here's what's happening: we're taking that same idea as that triplex tingle, but we're putting it up against the G-spot. So what this is doing is it's actually taking all the nerve endings that sit behind your G-spot, and it's filling it with blood and pulling all that blood down. So what that blood is doing is not only is it making your G-spot way more sensitive, but that blood being completely filled is pushing your G-spot further into the vaginal opening. So now that he's penetrating, your G-spot's a little bit sticking out a little bit more, and he's just hitting it. Now,
I don't have that problem either.
It's about it just making everything that much better. Because here's the whole thing. Like, even if you're having G-spot orgasms, this makes the G-spot orgasm way more intense. So, I mean, you can have G-spot orgasms all day long, but having a G-spot orgasm with all of this tingle going on is a completely different world. It's so intense that they actually have a label on the back that has a warning that if you have a heart condition, you are not supposed to use this product.
Oh, wow.
This shit's Viagra for your G-spot, ladies. It's Viagra for your G-spot. This is your hard-on right here. This is what this is.
So basically, they say that, though, because they know that with this product, it's very capable of having multiple G-spot orgasms. Multiple G-spot orgasms will really get all your heart pumping and all that blood flowing, and we don't want anybody to have a heart attack. Mm-hmm. So we give you that warning label just so you know. But here's what I'm going to tell you. I have a heart condition. I used it, and I'm still here.
And if you're going to go out, you might as well go out with a bang.
Yeah,
smile on your face. With a smile on your face.
Yeah, smile on your face. They usually give high fives to those guys. You know, we're having sex and then died. You're like, that's right.
Yeah. Like,
that's right, boys.
That was me.
Seriously, though, it's one of those things where try it at your own risk, but it's a phenomenal product. Crazy freaking selling product.
Oagra? No, what? Jason, Oagra.
Oagra.
It's actually kind of funny.
That's for when you're showing him that O face. Oh.
That's why they call the other one O, and that one's a GPS.
Yeah.
I have these out to show you guys. There's two products in our tie-up section that I really, really like. But these here are our cuffs. Now, the cuffs, they look really badass, but they're really soft. They're a high-end silicone. So basically what you're going to do is just strap these on. You can actually strap yourself up in these. I also have college girls that wear these to the club. I don't get it, but hey, do your thing. What makes these really cool is that they look really bad, but they're just so soft and flexible and comfortable. So these can be used in multiple ways. They'll fit around your wrist. They'll also fit around your ankles. Just saying. The other product that I would love to talk about, I can't really bring out and show you, is called Bed Bondage and Beyond. Bed Bondage and Beyond is a 4-point harness system that goes underneath your mattress and your box spring. It's one of those things that you'll actually use it because once you put it in place, it stays there. So when you're not using it, it tucks in between your mattress and your box spring, and it lays completely flat. So when you want to use it, it takes a whopping like 30 seconds to pull all 4 pieces out, and you just strap yourself up.
There you go, Anna. That's exactly what you need right there.
I'm making notes.
I thought you were ordering it like right now. I thought you were on the website.
I have a big shopping list.
She's just sitting there on the, yeah, she's got her shopping list all, you know.
She's all quiet.
Look,
and I'm like,
no,
what
look,
is she
look,
doing
you ready?
over there?
I don't know who Anna is. I'm assuming
Shopping list. Toy
Joy, we just need to have an actual party with you so that we can get you some of that for free.
Yes.
God damn.
He saw your list. He saw your list. That's exactly what happened right there. Kate, did you read Kate's comment?
Hey,
the ball gag.
Yeah, ball gag for us.
She's just getting her Christmas list ready for Santa.
That's right. Every girl has to have a
You
Christmas
gotta plan early, get Santa's gifts, everything's happening.
If I'm gonna get orgasms at some of these toys give, I'll call anybody Santa. It don't matter.
Well, I'm thinking I talk to
Hell
my
yeah.
tomorrow, get my taxes done. If I get a tax refund, I think I'm going to spend some of it with you.
You gotta wait for a tax. No, honey, that's what we do. You're just gonna send me a list, and I'll break down your budget, just get you a payment plan set up, and you'll be good to go.
Sounds good.
It's easy peasy. All right, now we're gonna get into toys, okay? Before I start showing you toys, we have to just give you a quick little note about toy cleaner. You have to clean these toys properly, guys. You cannot use soap on silicone. I know most of the girls watching on this right now probably know that, but if you are listening and you're one of those people that don't know this, you cannot use soap on silicone. I want you to go right now and look at your tub and look at your shower. See that soap scum ring? Please don't put that in your vagina. Okay, that soap scum there in your shower, it absolutely can be left behind on your toys because silicone toys are porous. The higher end the silicone, the less the pores, but the pores is what makes it so soft and so skin-like. So if you're using a toy and you're not cleaning it properly, you are asking for a yeast infection, you're asking for trouble. And honestly, if you don't have a proper cleaner, toss that bitch. It's not worth the risk.
Right. And the one thing that I always say is you got to take care of your junk. You have to. You got to take care of your junk.
You were absolutely right.
Very important.
So Come Clean, it's actually called Cleaning Mist from us now. It took, for the last 10 years, it's been called Come Clean, COME, just saying. So it's going to take me a couple of years to get used to calling it Cleaning Mist now. We're all sophisticated like that now, but you can actually use this for a couple of other things, which I think are worth mentioning. The first thing you can do is if you're using a menstrual cup, go to Target, get yourself one of those little 39-cent refillable spray bottles and put a little bit of our Come Cleaner or Cleaning Mist in that bottle and carry it with you when you're on your menstrual cycle. Pull your cup out, dump it, spritz it, swish, dump, stick it back in. Easy peasy, makes life so much easier for you and then cleaner too. You can use it to clean your makeup brushes. That is a huge lifesaver for me because I love playing with makeup, but your brushes get gunky.
You and your makeup.
All my makeup, yeah.
I mean, if you use the same brushes for more than 3 months, you got to clean them. So instead of wasting money on all new brushes because they can get expensive, just clean them.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Ours has a silicone conditioner in it, which actually holds the glue on your bristles better so that you can use it.
Mm-hmm.
So good. And if you have somebody who uses a CPAP machine, we have learned very quickly that you can use our cleaning mist to clean out the mask itself. So the mask gets really gunky and really gross, especially if you have like sinuses going on. So just clean that out with a cleaning mist and you're good to go. You can make it last longer. Thought you'd like those.
Where's Chuck? He's not in the chat. Chuck, where are you, Chuck? You're not here? You're not here?
No, I don't think he's on.
You hear that? Cleaning mist is $18. It'll last you forever.
Here we go.
Just have him message me. We'll get him a bottle. All right, girls. So when I talk about these toys, I'm very picky for you. That's one of the benefits of my job. I'm very picky for you. I know that there are more expensive toys in the catalog that I don't show you. There's also cheaper toys that I don't talk about. If it's battery operated, you are welcome to buy it, but I am not going to show it to you. It's one of those. I just seriously think your money is well spent on a rechargeable toy. The internals are different. When you're looking at a battery operated, the internals are plastic or polymer, and they don't last nearly as long as metal and lithium ion batteries. So these here, they're meant to last. They're meant to stick with you for years, not months. Mm-hmm. So you buy a rechargeable toy, you're going to pay for it up front, but it's totally worth it in the long run. The second thing is that every single thing I'm going to show you is submergible waterproof. Not just splash proof. That means it can go into the tub. It can go into
bathtub toys. Bathtub toys.
Mama, I'm sorry, kids. Mama's got to go in and play with her toys.
No more rubber duckies, ladies.
I have 4 kids in this house. You can turn on the radio and lock that fucking door because that's what you got to do. You know, like, hey, Mama needs a minute. I need some serotonin and endorphins real fast because you're driving me crazy. You know, you can't walk around smoking pot all day, around drinking wine all day. So you got to have orgasms.
Unfortunately.
I have 4 kids. So, and I run a $500,000 business from my fucking basement. So when COVID-19 happened, the only reason I was surviving was pot, wine, and orgasms. That's how I got by.
That's how it works. That's how it works.
That's literally how it all works. Okay, so let's start off with clitoral, and we're going to kind of work our way through the majority of the most common orgasms. There are 6 different orgasms, but we're going to focus.
Jason just put.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, baby. That's it. You're on the right page. Let's go.
Definitely a little confused. I don't have pink and yellow. I only have purple and blue.
Okay. That works.
I don't have pink or yellow. I only have purple and blue.
Look at all this. Look at all this. She's juggling, everybody. She's juggling vibration toys in her hand.
Oh my, I'm telling you. All right, so
remember, we have audio listeners, so please be as descriptive as possible.
Absolutely, we'll try to do that for you guys. Let's talk about these two right here. They are very different looking toys. One looks like a microphone. I'm like, when I think about you, I touch myself. I don't know. Here it is. It looks like a little sperm. That's what I think. But they're very different toys. They are both clitoral toys. So these are going to be for clitoral stimulation. Now, if you're going to use it all by yourself and you're using it alone or in your hand, then I would suggest this one. But if you have a man in your life and you want to use it with him, then I would suggest the microphone looking one. So we're going to give you an idea here. This one here is called Opening Act. Opening Act is the one that looks like a sperm. This one here is going to fit a feminine hand really, really well. That's your handle there at the bottom, and it's just going to be able to fit in your hand. This one, the tip here is super flexible so that you can wedge that up in there if you really need to. This is my gang sign, by the way. Yeah, so I don't live that far from York College. I'm outside of York, but
that's why you have a $500,000 business.
But no, seriously, I'll be in Burlington or Kohl's or I don't know, Outback, and I'll hear Shannon. They'll be all the college. Start doing that because they were running up to me, telling me how much they love their products with my kids right there, and I was like, I have a gang sign. This is I don't know where I'm going, but this is my gang sign. So, I use it all the time. All right, so this one here, Opening Act. Opening Act is really popular. It's $99, but it has 30 different speeds and functions. 30? 30. Yeah, that's why this one is so popular for the single ladies, or if you're going to use it for yourself. If your man's not really into toys but doesn't mind if you use them, then this one is going to be ideal. Like I said, very comfortable for a woman's hand, very flexible tip, 30 different speeds and functions, super easy. Tap on, tap off. The bottom is your speed and function button. Super, super easy. The plug, where you plug it in, is right there on the back side. With me going backwards, I don't know where anything is, but yeah, right there.
Got it.
This toy is just, it's very easy to use. I think that's why it's so popular, because with it being rechargeable and submergible with 30 different speeds and functions, women are like, okay, I'm good. If you don't know what kind of clitoris you have, or if your clitoris is pretty indecisive on what it wants, then that's a really good choice for you. Sometimes girls like it different depending on their moods, where some girls are like, nope, my clitoris is a rock. I need whatever you got. Give me your jackhammer. And some girls are like, my clitoris is really sensitive. I need something gentle. And some girls are like, sometimes I want to be Hulk smashed and sometimes I want to be barely feathered. It's cool. So that's when this one comes in. But if you have a man in your life that's really open-minded, good for you. Those are the best kind of men to have. And if you're listening and you're a man that happens to be open-minded, give yourself a pat on the back, because seriously, you deserve it. I mean, because honestly, women need these things. And I'm going to explain that too.
Take it from all of us in here. That she's right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm going to explain to you further of why that is true. It is not to ever replace a man. I mean, let's face it, I can't replace a man unless it takes out the trash and brings him a paycheck. And you can only get that if So this one here is a newer toy for us, brand new technology in the toy world, and it's really, really popular. So this one is made mainly with your men in mind. That's why it's so substantial. When you look at this, when you grip it, it's got girth. It's going to be something that's comfortable in a masculine hand. But we made it really simple to use as well. So this way there's no confusion and there's nothing to worry about. So the first thing you need to know is that with all of our clitoral toys, especially if we're going to put it in a man's hands, the top is going to be flexible, because we know here at Pure Romance that they like to Hulk smash things, and we don't always want to.
I gotta say, I love the Marvel references. Mwah.
Yeah, exactly. That's fantastic.
I do. Perfect.
All right, now this one is kind of cool the way it works, because you're going to see there's only one button on the entire toy. This is a push and hold. You're going to push and hold until that little light comes on. Boom. Now the toy has complete power, but it's not vibrating. This is where it gets cool. So what you're going to do is you're going to turn on the toy, hand it to him. What he's going to do is he's going to get a hold of it, and as soon as it touches skin, it turns on. You take it away from skin, it turns off.
Oh, that is insane.
That's cool.
So as soon as it feels heat, now you can touch it with something else, it ain't gonna work. You can touch it with something else, it's not gonna vibrate. It has to be heat censored. So basically, as soon as he's got that reach around going on, you basically have that vibration. And when he's done using it, you guys are ready to move on to the next step. He can toss this at the edge of the bed and it's gonna turn itself off. No distractions, no stopping to turn your toy off. You can just seamlessly go to the next step. Now, here's the coolest part about this, and I love this feature on this toy, is that let's say he is doing a reach around and he's got it vibrating against your clitoris. Well, we always want to do one of two things. We either need to slow ourselves down because we're going to be done way before he is, or we need to speed ourselves up because our show comes on in 5 fucking minutes. You better hurry. Dude, he comes out doing the helicopter and you're like, you got 5 minutes, okay?
Quick, I gotta get sleep my 8 hours in before I work tomorrow.
Right. Well, that's not really my excuse ever.
Yeah, I know.
I lay in bed till like 10 o'clock. My kids are old enough to feed themselves. I take a 2-hour bath every day. I'm spoiled. So basically, let me get this in camera here. Basically, let's say he's doing a reach around, right? It's already vibrating. Do you see these little nubbies right here?
Yeah.
Okay. If this is going, and if you swipe this way, it'll crank the toy up. If you swipe this way, it'll turn the toy down. So it's touch sensor. So basically, just swipe, and it'll move wherever you need it to move to. And then once again, when you're done with it, all you got to do is remove it. You just push and hold that button, it'll turn itself off. Love this thing. So user-friendly for the guy in your life. It plugs in right at the bottom of the base there, that little dimple right where it plugs in. Super, super easy. Okay, now let's talk about a little bit more of a crazy. I like the clitoral toys are very popular. So where did my thing go?
Well, I remember because I used to live, I've mentioned it before on the show that Dr. Drew talks a lot that a lot of women get off clitorically only. I mean, not to say that vaginally you can't and all that, but a lot of women do. Right. And so I think that knowing that, and that seems to be a big thing in your industry, especially, I don't know if you would say that 10 years in the business, if you've seen that type of change, noticing any of that type of stuff.
So I have a toy in particular that is my #1 seller, and it is not clitoral for a very strong reason. But you will find that the most common orgasm that women are going to have out of the most common 6 is always going to be the clitoral one, because your clitoris has actually got 18 different parts. It looks like a little bundle of nerves there, but it's much, much bigger than that. And it feels very intense and internal when you have a clitoral orgasm, even though the nerve endings are typically seen on the outside of the body. And it's because they have little legs, and those little legs go up inside and in the end, just short of either side of your G-spot. So that internal feeling is where we tend to go right for, because it is the easiest way to achieve an orgasm when you're a female.
Interesting. Okay.
So let's talk about this next little bad boy. This one here, does anybody ride a motorcycle? Because if you do, if you ride on the back of his bike, this is a must freaking have. It's a lot of fun too. So it's just one of those toys that if you have a good open-minded couple and you're into play, this is a no-brainer. So the first thing we're going to tell you is that you can tell that we are ran by mostly women, and that the input from this products come from women, because it makes sense when you start to look at these toys like in depth. So I love this thing. This one here is called Box Office, and it is a remote control clitoral toy. Now what this one's going to do is it's going to go into your panties, and you can wear it more than one way. It depends on your clitoris and how you want to wear it. You can wear it with this kind of lump here up, so that basically, if this is your clitoris, it's going to line right up with that clitoris, giving you direct clitoral stimulation. Or if you're like the other type of girl, where you are a little bit more sensitive in the clitoris, then you're going to wear it like this, and you can lean on or lean off of it so that you can control how much pressure is being put against the clitoris. Now, he's got his wonderful little remote here, and this is the best part. This little remote gives him some control. But we also know here at Pure Romance that we would never want you to give up complete control of your body. We want you to feel comfortable. Even if you're giving up temporary control, you still have complete control. And that's really important to us. So the cool thing about this is you're going to notice, before I show you any further, when you put this in your undies, this is where I say that women have a big role to play in how our products how they work. So this one's going to get magnetized around the sides of your undies to actually hold it in place. That is like my favorite part about this because it's not going to shift. It's not going to move on you. If you're going out on a date night and you don't have this magnetized, before you know it, your dessert comes, it's back by your asshole. And you're like, holy shit. You know what I mean? Like, it needs to stay where you need it to stay. And you don't sit on this. If you think about where your clitoris is and where you sit, it's not quite the same place. So this is really comfortable. So now you actually have a on and off button right there. You're going to push and hold that. That's your master on and off. Push and hold. It'll vibrate and yell at you. You know it's coming. And then this one here, he is going to just push his little button and it's going to light up every time he hits the button and change the speed and function. So you have this going on and he has complete control over it, which is a lot of fun. Now this one is, like I said, if you have the back of a motorcycle, you're on the back, this is a lot of fun on a bike. I loved this on the back of his motorcycle. So I was like, I happen to ride my own bike. So I have my license. I ride quite frequently by myself, but sometimes I like to ride on the back of his. And I'll tell you, I do this so that I can kind of guide you guys in the best way. So if you ride the bike alone, I don't suggest it. It wasn't very smart. So
you're like, I lost control of my legs.
No, I was making my own potholes. It was like, I'm telling you, when you're trying to shift and downshift and you're vibrating, don't do it. Don't wear it on the back of your own bike. Only do it on the back of his. But no, it's just a lot of fun. Now, I know we have a lot of guys listening, but I still want to give all the ladies watching and listening a little inside scoop here. So right now the toy is turned on, and he can vibrate and he can do whatever he wants. But when you shut your toy down by using that little button and shut down that master, when he goes to use the remote, it still lights up like he's doing something. If you've had about 5 or 6 orgasms at this point, your clitoris is going a little numb because there's no feeling left. You can just excuse yourself, go to the bathroom, turn off the master button, and he still thinks he's doing something. This is the only time I tell you that you're allowed to have that 7th orgasm, and that's the one that we call fake. Like your best Meg Ryan right there in the middle of the restaurant. Yeah. Now, if we have one more clitoral toy that I want to talk about, and this one is one of those things you can only get from me. You can't even order this on the website, so it makes me pretty popular. But if you have a clitoris that is just like a rock, this is the toy you want. So this one's called the Womanizer. The Womanizer is a clitoral toy that engulfs the clitoris and puffs air around the clitoris. So think way back to the days of using the faucet when we were younger, right? Putting our clitoris right underneath the spigot. This one here, it's super easy to use. It literally fits right in the palm of your hand. It's not that large. Okay, it's very simple. You have a push button on the plus and a minus. So all you're going to do is give yourself a little hold on that plus. It's going to light up and start going. Now this piece right here, which it looks like a little tunnel. I don't know if I get it. See, it comes off. So you can do super easy cleaning. Slides right back on and super simple. Okay. Now, if you were to feel this, what it's doing is it's actually pulsating.
What?
Jigglypuff.
Jigglypuff.
He's calling it Jigglypuff.
Jigglypuff.
Let me see if I can hear the air.
Yeah.
Can you hear that?
Well,
heck yeah.
Yeah. So what this does is literally, now this is deep. If you see my whole fingertip, you can literally get like the entire fingertip in there. So what this does is it literally engulfs the clitoris and just pushes air all around it. If you have a sensitive clitoris, this is not your toy. You have got to have a clitoris that's a rock or know that you like a lot of clitoral stimulation in order to want this toy. But once again, that's the Womanizer. Womanizer is super simple to use. It plugs right in there. And it's just as simple as it gets. So if you don't want that vibration, but you are looking for something strong, this is going to be your guy. Super easy. And then just
2 thumbs up.
Yeah. So
Jason,
far,
That's all I can say. I can say that thing, 2 thumbs up.
yeah, I mean, if you've seen anything like this is not an exclusive for us, but it really is a popular one. Price ranges so far, we range everything that I'm going to show you ranges from $99 up to $199. So this one is priced at $129. Super easy. I like this toy just because it is so versatile. I mean, imagine what you can do with this on like his testicles too. Like give that little puff of air while you're giving him where he's sucking his dick. Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A little extra. And here's a little extra. Remember this guy?
Mm.
Mm-hmm. If you're gonna put sensations on,
shit.
put that right to your cheeks.
So someone told me that the what was the other one called? The
Womanizer?
no, the gosh, I can't even remember the name of it. That one.
The box office?
Yeah,
This one is opening act.
opening act. They changed the name of it. That's what it, or the previous one was called something different.
Home Alone.
Home Alone.
It was blue.
Mm-hmm. So you cup that right underneath the testicles. Somebody told me this. So you cup it under the testicles while you're giving them a blowjob.
Yeah, you totally can. Yeah, you can get one right there.
Somebody
men
told
like
me this.
Men love vibration on their balls. If you don't believe me, go to the mall. Look at the vibrating chairs and tell me who's sitting in them.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
It's always the old men. I'm telling you right now.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I know it. All right, now this one here is the #1 selling C-ring in our catalog, and this one here is my #2 selling toy of all times. This one is called Double Feature. What Double Feature does is it's anatomically correct for your man, but what it does for you is pretty impressive too. So the first thing you need to know about Double Feature is when you get him out of the box, stretch him out. Please don't expect to just slap this on your man's dick and expect it to be comfortable. You have to stretch it. Okay, now once you get it stretched and broken in, it's really stretchy. Like if your man doesn't fit in here, send me a dick pic. Like I don't even know what to tell you. It's crazy. Okay, so once you have it softened up really nice, it's going to be good to go. Now with this one in particular, the penis goes in the small hole. Okay, once he's in there, please use a lubricant. It's way more comfortable for them. But once he's in here, that's all you need from him. That's all you need, okay? What that does is it turns him into a human vibrator. And every time he penetrates, deep tissue vibration is going to be going against that G-spot. Of course, the deep tissue vibration is also going to be able to hit that clitoris for you a little bit. Now, the step for him, that secondary ring, if you put that down around, that's actually going to hit his prostate gland. Now, where does it go? It does not go on his testicles. I mean, it's basically the perineum, okay? We all have a perineum. The man's perineum is right behind his balls on that flat spot. I call it the nacho asshole, the nacho balls, that piece in the middle, okay? That's how I explain it to him. He's like, hey, where does it go? It's your nacho. The conversations in this household, oh my God, if you could be a fly on the wall. But seriously, once you put that back there to hit the prostate, what that does is it gives them a G-spot orgasm. There's only a couple ways to reach that prostate gland, and that is their G-spot. There's a finger up the ass, which, have fun with that one. Good luck. Or putting pressure. This puts direct pressure. Okay. Love this toy. Super easy to use. Plugs right into the side. That one's called Double Feature. It's $119. Get ya. This thing is freaking fun, and it's really good in the water. That's like my favorite water toy to play with. Okay. It's got a base. We know what it is if it has a base. This one is my favorite anal play toy. I like this one for one very, very solid reason I'm going to show you in a second. But as you notice, it has a base. This toy in particular is meant to mimic a thumb. So it's supposed to be the average of the same as an average male thumb, basically the size. So this one here, you're going to insert this way, okay? Now this one has 2 motors. So when you look at this, it's gonna have 2 different buttons on it. You're going to push and hold each button. When you push and hold until the little light comes on, which I'll show you, that means it has power, but it's not vibrating yet. Just gonna push and hold each button until it gives you that little power. And then when you tap them again, that is when the vibration is going to start. So when you tap the one furthest the top, It gives you vibration through the shaft here. Vibration in the anal for anal play is really good because it's going to loosen up those muscles in there, especially if you're trying to work your way up to penis. Now the second motor, this is where this one gets a little freaky. You see this little nubby right here? Yeah, that's your best friend.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, hell yeah.
Let me make it bigger for 1 second.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so what
Oh, hell yes.
this is
my God.
literally milking the G-spot for you. Whether it's milking his or milking yours, it doesn't really matter. That
was my question. Is it more geared male or female?
either way.
Okay.
Either way, because if you think about it, your G-spot is roughly in the same space. So when you look at this, that milking process, that milking movement, it's literally just hitting that G-spot over and over again. So the two motors, one allows vibration through the shaft, the other one moves the little nubby, and of course you have different speeds and functions in the nubby, so you can speed it up or slow it down.
There's Jason.
Yeah.
Somebody's cracking up laughing.
Oh, and he's on fire in the chat too.
Yeah,
I know it's almost 10 o'clock. I have 2 more toys to show you, and then we're all done. And then I'll tell you where you can go shopping and how you can get a hold of me, okay? These 2 toys, they're very, very similar. They look similar, okay? When you look at them, they're shaped roughly the same. And if you don't know much about toys, you're probably not going to be able to eye these up and tell the major difference. But these are hugely different. So I'm going to explain them both to you. We're going to start with, I'm backwards. We're going to start with the blue one and go from there. And then I'll tell you about this bad boy. We'll do this one last because this one's my biggest seller. So let's talk about this bad boy first. This one here is called Sealed with a Kiss. Sealed with a Kiss is the only toy in our catalog that does this, okay? Now this one, once again, has 2 separate motors, but there's 3 buttons. The center button is just going to turn on the power, basically. That's all it does. It's an on and off, tap on, tap off. It gives you power. Your top button here is going to work your shaft. So your shaft here is just this piece. It's going to curve towards the front of your body to hit your G-spot. And this one is stiff. So that if you know you need that stiff tap, that's a really good choice for you. There's only 3 speeds and functions in the shaft. I call them, oh my God, because it's just easy. It's, oh my God, easy peasy. I like simple. So 3 speeds and functions there. That's because on this particular toy, the shaft is not our focus. The clitoral motor happens to be our focus. And if you go to the bottom and you tap, that's going to turn on the motor. On this particular motor, it has 10 different speeds and functions. Now on this one, it's not going to give you vibration. It's going to give you suction. So, and I mean real suction. They should have called this thing Hoover instead, but insert first. The clitoral motor is very, very flexible. So you can physically pick it up and put it around the clitoris to give yourself a nice suction. When you get this where it needs to be.
Oh,
Shit.
Okay.
That's a strong sucker.
that's a sucker.
Wow.
And that's only level 1.
That's 1.
That's 1.
God, that
Oh,
will
shit.
give prostitutes a run for their money.
So if you know when he does his ABCs, you like the one's best. That's your toy.
Yeah.
Hold on, I want you to see if you can hear this. Ready?
Oh, we can hear it.
Can you hear that? Hold on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. That's some freaking suction. That's why this toy is so popular. Sealed with a Kiss is $159. Now, I want to show you real quick. When the air comes through here, it actually comes out the back side. That little shiny piece is where it comes at, and then a little dimple underneath is where you plug it in. Just don't get them confused. This is your air hole. That's your power hole. Don't confuse the holes. That's a big no-no. Don't confuse the holes.
I have to
last
remind my
one.
husband that sometimes.
Oh, from time to time. But But this one here that I'm going to talk about next is my very last toy of the night. And this is always my last toy of the night because it is my #1 seller. This thing has been my #1 seller for 8 years running. I don't think there's going to be anything out there that I would ever suggest more. And this toy is so popular because of how anatomically correct it is. So I'm going to break this down for you in the most simple form, even for men to understand when they're not used to having a vulva or a vagina. Okay. So the muscles in the vagina, we have muscles on the floor, the sides, and the top. We call them for short PC muscles to keep it simple. We'll just call them PC muscles. Now, those control your orgasms, but they also control your bladder function. So they're really, really important. So what happens over a long, lengthy relationship? We're just going to take Kat, for example, because you said 17 years, right?
Yeah.
I pay attention. So 17 years you guys have been together. Now, the thing is that the muscles in your vagina can get bored. No different than the muscles in, let's say, somebody's bicep. So if you were going to the gym and you were trying to get in shape, let's say you were trying to be a bodybuilder and you're trying to get big, big muscles. If you were to do a 20-pound, curl with this arm, right? Your muscle would grow to that 20 pounds, but then eventually it would stop growing. It's because the muscle gets bored. You would physically have to move the weight up, or you would have to do more reps in order to change it up and make your muscles guess again. Well, the vagina is no different, guys. All right. So if you think about it, the average couple bounces between about 3 different sexual positions. So if you have the same shaped penis and the same 2 or 3 positions, then the muscles there could actually get bored. So if you're noticing that it is harder to get yourself aroused, or it's harder to get yourself to reach an orgasm, or it's harder to get that secretion flowing, it's probably because the muscles are bored. Now that's where this toy really comes into play. All right, so what we suggest is that you have an anatomically correct toy to hit muscles that is not shaped like the penis. What that's going to do is going to hit a whole different set of muscles. So there, when you go back to your man and his penis, your muscles are going to be like, oh, this is new, this is different. And now they're all excited and guessing again. And this is how we keep your body in line with having, the same type of play and not get bored. So this is where I'm telling you that toys are absolutely needed for the female body. We don't want your muscles getting bored. And honestly, that's a lot of the problems with couples that are together for a really long time that we want to fix. That's where this bad boy comes into play. This one here is called the Main Attraction. The Main Attraction is my #1 selling toy, and it has been forever. It is very anatomically correct for the female body. If you look at just the shaft itself, you are literally shaped like that. This is meant to give you a hug from the inside out. You have your vaginal canal, and then you have an opening where your G-spot lands, and then you have a cervix. So this one, when you insert this toy, it puts a bulge up against your G-spot so that you're hitting all the muscles all the way around, not just the side, top, or bottom. You're hitting all of them. So this one, what it does is, it literally gives you a hug from the inside out. It's super skinny right here because right there, it's incredibly flexible. You can literally bend this any way you like fairly simply, and it's not hard to do. You see, I'm doing it with just a finger or 2. That's going to move. Now, that's the point. We want this to move. Of course, you have your clitoral motor. That's going to stay on the outside of your body. Now, the way that you're going to use this, and I don't even really explain the toy that much. What I do is I walk you through it. I literally am going to walk you through your first time using this toy because I want you to know what to expect. Because if you don't, you're not going to know what to think. All right. So this is not something that most women are used to feeling because it is very anatomically correct. So here's how this works. You have 2 motors down here. One motor that works the G-spot motor, one motor that works your clitoral motor. So what you're going to do is turn both motors on to the lowest level. I want you to do that so that as you slide her in place, you literally feel where it's going. I want you to feel where it is in your body. Once you have it in place, it's going to feel a little weird. Once again, you're not used to having that big bulge up against your G-spot. So what you're going to do is slowly crank up your clitoral motor until you're at your body's desired level. Listen to your body on this situation. You are your own clitoris whisperer. Nobody like you do. Nobody. You can't explain that entirely to make somebody feel what you're feeling. So listen to your body. Once you get to that level and you're happy there, your body's already getting pretty aroused. I want you to go over to the G-spot side. This is where it gets a little more difficult. I want you to click that button, but I want you to wait 5 Mississippis before you do a fucking thing. Give your body a moment, because your body is going to know that you're at your desired level before your brain even does. It's that fast, okay? So the whole point of this toy is that this is meant to give you a blended orgasm. A blended orgasm is when you have a G-spot and a clitoral at the exact same time. You know you have one of those because you're pretty much, you're not able to move afterwards. You're just laying there like, babe, can you get me a sandwich? Because you're not moving. You know? Can I have some water and like, I don't know, some cake? 5 Mississippis in between, because we want to make sure that your body's giving your body a second to react, okay? So as you crank this up, you're gonna feel, I want you to keep doing that process. Wait 5 Mississippis and click again until you feel your PC muscles clench. When your PC muscles clench on this toy, it grabs a hold where it's super skinny and it clenches. Now, when this clenches, that is where you're like, oh goodness, what is my body doing? Because what happens is when your PC muscles clench, the toy is meant to shift into your body. That shift is your body putting this exactly where it needs to be for you. That's what makes this toy so incredible, is that it's completely customizable to every different body that owns it. Now, if you're really tall like me, I'm 5'9".
Woo! Girl, legs for days.
I do. That's the best part of me. I'm like, my legs are good. So like for me, my G-spot is further up. Think about this in a body, you know, anatomically correct way.
That makes sense.
If you're 5'2", your vaginal canal is shorter than somebody who like me who's 5'9". So if you're using this toy and you're 5'2", you might not notice much of a shift at all. But if you're tall like me and that goes to shift, and I don't tell you it's going to shift, you're going to think that your vagina is trying to eat the fucking toy. I like warn you just so you're not like, why does my vagina have teeth? Like it literally, seriously, it looks like my vagina is trying to eat my freaking toy. It's so tall. So my G-spot's like, bitch, keep reaching. It's up there somewhere. You know what I mean? It's going to shift. Now, when that shifts and you're locked in place, you cannot remove this toy. There is no thrusting of this toy. This is a plug and play. So this is one of those toys that your man can use on you very easily. Once you have got that toy locked in, what it's doing is it's making your PC muscles squeeze. So now we're also not only helping you with that bored muscle thing, now that coughing, sneezing, laughing, and leaking a little, we're making your muscles work. So we're going to help that out a good bit. Not only that, because we're making your muscles work, the more intense your muscles can squeeze, the more of your orgasms you're going to feel, the more intense they're going to get. When you have an orgasm, it's just your muscles contracting. The more muscle you have to contract, the more intense they'll be. So now that you've got that locked in place, as you get more aroused and more aroused, what happens is you squeeze right here. And as you squeeze, this part pushes into your G-spot and keeps pushing and keeps pushing and keeps pushing until you have this big, massive orgasm. But because of the way this toy is shaped, this toy is going to give you that blended orgasm in 5 minutes or less.
Nice.
And I say 5 minutes or less very sparingly.
Wow.
Because the average woman does not make it past 3. Okay? So and you're going to have people on this call right now that are like, yes, she's not lying to you. We're telling you the God's honest truth because we don't want you to be disappointed. We want you to know exactly what's going to happen. So now that you're squeezing, those muscles are working, the blood is flowing, you're having this big, strong orgasm, and we're making you want more. So here's what happens. When you get those muscles to have blood, those muscles the penis doesn't typically hit, they're now getting blood for the first time in a while. So now those muscles get blood, those muscles are going to crave blood. So the more you use this toy, the more your libido is going to go up. So this one is making those muscles work for a healthy libido growth. Makes sense?
Nice. Very nice.
Very cool.
It's a very impressive toy. So blended orgasm in 5 minutes or less, but it does one more thing. You guys are not going to believe this. So because this is a deep tissue vibration, and we're setting your nerve endings off so quickly to get you to that 5 minute blended orgasm, that once you're done, your nerve endings are going to continue to fire for 3 solid minutes.
That's a nice feeling, isn't it?
This is as close to a pig as we're going to get. Seriously. Those 30-minute orgasms these wonderful pigs can have, this is as close to I'm telling you, Lord, give me those 3 minutes. But that's the whole point of this toy. Is the main attraction is literally meant to make you healthier and to make your libido stronger. But not only is it making your body healthier, we're giving you the best orgasm you can have in 5 minutes or less, and then we're making it last for 3 solid minutes. This is why the main attraction is my #1 seller at $199.
Nice.
It really is a very impressive toy. And the cool thing about it is that because it is anatomically correct and there's not a whole lot of thrusting or movement going on, your guy can absolutely use that toy on you to finish you if he finishes a little faster than you would anticipate. Or let's say he's just not quite able to right now, he's too tired, had too much to drink, whatever it may be. He can absolutely use this toy on you, still give you that nice connection and that just that lovey-dovey that you're looking for. And then you're still going to be able to have that big orgasm. But your man getting to watch your face while you're having that type of orgasm and that heightened level. Oh, every man loves that. I'm going to tell you right now, they freaking love watching you have an orgasm. That's the #1 thing that a man would love to do. If it's not a second female, it's to watch you use a toy. #1 fantasy by men is another female in the room. Second fantasy by men is literally to watch you use a toy on yourself. So it's a lot of fun that can be had with these goodies. Does anybody have any questions?
Where can we get order?
I was going to say, this is a reason why I'm always so happy too. So you can do a couple of things. You can contact me directly on Facebook. You can get a hold of me on my business line, and I'll tell you that too. Or you can go right to my website. So the website is super easy. It's pureromance.com/Shannon Wheeler. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
makes my life a little easier. Mm-hmm. And so you'll see my website right there. And the 2 phone numbers at the bottom is I have 2 lines. One is my personal, and then one is a business line directly. So Facebook is always the easiest way to get me. If you have me on Facebook, I'm literally in your pocket. You can contact me anytime you need a refill in your goodies or to snag something new. But literally, if you want it, the fastest way to get it to yourself, like let's say you really want it, like, I don't know, in 2 days, go right to the website. You'll get it really, really fast. Questions?
There you have it.
And there you have it. I'm telling you. Shit. If you ever want to make 6 figures, come ask me how I do it.
There you go.
He's been trying to recruit me for years.
Nah. Whenever you're ready. You'll get here eventually.
Well, I mean, it is probably one of the biggest money making markets out there.
It absolutely is. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you think back, I've been in business for 10 years. I actually started this business in 2010 during the recession.
And I bet you made bank.
Yep. And I literally survived another recession. We're going to be hitting that again. So you think about what a business like this will carry you through. It's pretty impressive. When most people's businesses are dropping, mine's going up. It's like when you're stuck at home, what are you going to do?
Yeah, when you're stuck at quarantine, you have nothing else to do.
Eat and have sex.
Play with yourself.
Yeah, when you're stuck all day with your
picture to share, you just got to make sure,
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
That's a good aphrodisiac right there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those are a little salty though, girls, if you didn't, just letting you know. Sensations will go a long way on those buddies too. If anybody notices, somebody would seriously help with those lips and nips.
You should have seen Chan's jaw working thing.
I have.
Oh my God. Mm-hmm. Is it one of those?
Yeah, the mouth things.
Yeah, she's going to go with it.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that'll make your jaw pretty strong.
Which one? Both of them? There's this one that you bite down
the
on.
lips.
Yep.
The lips.
And then there's this one that you actually put your lips inside this little cavity and you squeeze.
Interesting. You're gonna look like from Sesame Street.
A blow-up
doll.
Make her do it on camera.
Wow.
And here she goes.
Do an entire party with those in.
You should. I got him on Amazon.
That would be so funny.
I got the lip one on Amazon.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna need some of those just to do that at a party. That's what
They're not expensive. You can buy them in bulk.
Thank God. We don't want to use them twice, right?
Right.
Oh wow.
Oh my goodness. All right. So the last thing I want to tell you guys before I get off of here is that if you are like Toy Joy up here and you have like a $400 wish list, just get a hold of me the same ways and book a party. Basically, book a party. We can do them on Zoom and we can also do them in home. It depends on where you're located versus where I am. But if you're like Kat here and you're all the way in Florida, we do a Zoom party and they're actually pretty successful because I'm able to do them online like this and it makes life really easy.
And Anna, your
Cool.
your list.
Yes.
Russ, I hope you're ready for that credit card bill.
So Anna, you do a Zoom party,
Hey,
and then you get your free items.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, that sounds like a good idea to me. So, everybody's coming to my Zoom party, right? I'm gonna post this shit up online. Yeah, because I'm sitting here going, you know what? We're not attending any conventions this year, so I don't have any hotels or any toys coming out really. And I'm going, that's a nice little shopping list I got going right here.
Coming. They're just not quite the same types.
Yeah.
I know our men get toys.
Exactly.
Why can't we have toys?
Exactly.
I tell people that every Christmas. I'm like, you're out there buying your kids all these toys. Which one did you buy for yourself? Like, you gotta have something else to have fun with too. Seriously, it shouldn't be all about them. You gotta have a little fun.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, ladies. Well, thank you very much for having me.
Yes. Thank you for
And
coming on.
thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much for coming.
If you guys ever want more info on something on products that I didn't show tonight, we can always do it again.
Sweet.
Sounds good.
Well,
Okay,
we might have to, like, when
That
you get
works.
new stuff in, you might have to come back on and show new stuff, or
we
Definitely.
just got a version of the Wii Vibe that we're bringing out now too, and our Wii Vibe has a remote control.
Oh,
Ooh.
So
Oh wow.
if you're on board, if you're like on the board of President's Club with Pure Romance, they really do take what you say and they actually incorporate it, which is where most of our ideas come from, the female consultants. So when you look at our product line, you look at our catalog and you're like, a woman owns this company. It makes sense. It's because really most of the feedback that comes to these products are from the consultants ourselves, and we're all women.
Mm-hmm.
So it just makes life really easy. You have products that make sense and that actually work when you have a female input on female body things.
Yeah.
So it just makes sense. But all right, girls. So thanks for having me. Have a good time, and I'll see you next time.
Yes.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much, Shannon. Yay.
You're welcome.
And then for the rest of our viewers, just we'll be ending the show now. But just to let you know, you of course can hear us on all your favorite platforms: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Podbean, all that jazz, as well as follow us all our social medias: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and of course, if you're watching us on YouTube, you should be there already. But outside of that, I hope you all are having a wonderful evening, and hopefully you found something new to play with in the future. Bye.
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 Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Well, it would help if I played the thing. Sorry, Miss.
Yeah.